right, let's talk about a huge challenge that honestly keeps a lot of HR teams in manufacturing up at night. And that's the constant grinding pressure of compliance reporting. It's this massive hidden drain on time and resources, so let's really dive into what that looks like. I'm willing to bet this looks familiar. If you're in HR, you know this cycle all too well, right? You've got this mountain of training records and a whole tangled web of different systems you've got to update.
So first, let's take a look at what this manual process, this reporting grind, actually feels like day-to-day for the people who have to do it.
Okay, so the real villain here, it's just endless, mind-numbing repetition. I mean, every single time an employee finishes a training, someone on the HR team has to manually key in that exact same piece of information. Not once, but over and over again across a bunch of totally disconnected platforms. And this is what that process actually looks like. It's this frantic scramble, right? You're digging through spreadsheets and emails, you're juggling a half dozen different logins, and you're just typing the same data again and again, all while the clock is ticking on some really strict deadlines. It's a system that's pretty much designed for stress. And you know, this constant scramble, it builds into something way more serious than just wasted time. This is where we start talking about real, tangible business risk. And here's the thing, this manual process is incredibly fragile. Just one little typo, one missed entry, and that can snowball into some hefty fines, and of course, failed audits. It creates what the source material calls a fire drill culture, where everyone is just constantly reacting to problems instead of actually preventing them. It's a terrible way to operate. But what if you could just break that cycle completely? Well, this brings us to the solution, automation. And we're going to use a tool called ZAPTEST as the example here. So to put it simply, this kind of automation is like a digital assistant for your HR team. It literally learns the entire workflow from grabbing the record to filling out the forms to hitting submit, and then it just does it perfectly every single time with zero human intervention. And the result is a total transformation. I mean, look at this. On the left, you've got that familiar chaos of manual work. But on the right, you see this smooth, automated workflow. Data just flows where it needs to go, any errors get caught instantly, and deadlines are met automatically. The difference is, well, it's night and day.
Okay, that all sounds great, but what does this shift actually deliver? What are the real results? Well, the impact isn't just big, it's immediate and it is massive.
Get ready for this. 90%. A 90% reduction in the time spent on compliance reporting. Just let that sink in for a second. A task that used to take an entire day can now be done in less than an hour. That's crazy.
And that 90% time saving unlocks so much more value. It means your compliance data is finally consistently accurate. It means your HR pros are freed up to focus on the stuff that really matters, like strategic work, employee engagement, planning the workforce. You get a process that can scale and produces audit-ready reports whenever you need them. So we'll end with this question, because it's not just about doing the same old work faster. It's about fundamentally changing what your HR team is even capable of. So really think about it. What new projects, what new initiatives, what new value could your team bring to the business with all of that time back? It's a pretty powerful thing to consider.